What's going on, everyone? Back after a long time off. We kind of fell out of the TCG playing base, I guess. We're just playing it because we love Yu-Gi-Oh! And our channel was all based on Yu-Gi-Oh! And we got to switch over because Yu-Gi-Oh! Was kind of on a downward trend. It still is downward to me because there's a lot of problems with Yu-Gi-Oh! But I wanted to show you the problems with Yu-Gi-Oh! And bringing in younger audience. Nathan, who's going to be on the channel now because he plays Pokemon. But I wanted to get him into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's something I loved. I love playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Jake loves playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Jake will be on maybe some other videos. It's hard to get him on all the time, so he's probably make some guest appearances. But I wanted to show you this video that I got up and kind of talk you through the problems with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I do have a fix. I have a solution that it might fix Yu-Gi-Oh! And bring it back to the glory days when you could play any deck that you wanted to, even though the decks will lose. But you could play any deck that you wanted to. I remember we could play Fluffles against Cosmos. You're going to lose. I understand that. But you still got to play some of your deck. You weren't just shut out. So let me start this video so we can see what the problem is, and I'll walk you through a little bit of the issue. So it is it's his turn. He goes first. Just judging by the time, and I was looking at the time, I think he has like a 3-minute churn. And for a newcomer coming in, trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And they don't even get to play their deck for very long because you're waiting on the person's turn all the time. That's one of the issues, is they're playing solitaire. We're trying to play our deck. The other issue is, do you see all these combos and all like the links, and you do the summoning? It's very hard for a new player to get hooked on this and understand the rules. He picked up Pokemon because Pokemon's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it is pretty easy to play.
Because it all has the same rules. You pull out a Pokemon, you evolve the Pokemon, you could use the trainer cards, you could use all this other stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has so much stuff. Do you even know what's going on right here?
No, there's so many things that's happening in this. I don't even know what he's doing.
Okay, so it is still his turn. Let me walk you through this. As a new player, it's still his turn. He is summoning, he's link summoning, he's getting powerful monsters. So in Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to kind of get rid of cards that equal up on the star power, and then you can link it. It's hard to explain right now. I'm doing this stuff because you have to actually show you and show younger audiences how to play this. But he's still going, and he's going to keep going and keep going and keep going as we wait for him to finally settle down, so that way I can go. So as you see, I can't answer until he's ready to go.
Yeah.
And he's still going. Now, the goal is to knock down my 8,000 life point, right? Okay, so that's how we win the duel. He can attack with all the monsters, but he can attack my monsters. That's the point of it. Because I know in Magic you could attack over sometimes if you have that ability, or you could block if you want to block. It's not like Magic. It's not like Pokemon. You can't attack the Pokemon. You got to attack the monsters in front. And I'm trying to stall time, but guys, you can see this, again, huge problem with all this. Look at all this summoning. I get it. Fluffles had a lot of summoning too, but not nearly like this. This is crazy. This is what makes you guys, not you guys, this is what makes me get out of the game. Makes him not even want to start the game because he has no idea what's going on. And again, he's still going. Eventually it'll be my turn. It's, like I told you, it's a 3-minute video. Oh, he ended. Okay, so it's my turn. My turn now, right? So let me play my cards. I get to draw. I drew. Psych. I thought it was my turn. Turns out it's his turn on my turn. So he gets to do all this stuff going through. I was like, all right, cool. Back to my turn. Let me play my... Oh, psych again. It's still his turn. He gets to keep going. Keep going, keep going. Eventually I'll play. I'm just trying to get my magic card out there, because my card allows me to pull cards out of my deck. So that way I can start setting up my routine. But
oh my gosh,
he's still going.
Keeps on going.
He keeps going. Now, at this moment right here, I'm like, man, I'm not worried about all those monsters. I still think every game, I think I could win. Every game. No matter what happens, I always think I could win. But I'm like, do I have enough time to sit here and play this game?
No.
You would say no.
Is there a time limit for this?
You would think, but it seems like there's no time limit. They could just keep doing this forever. And you see, it's my turn. It is my turn right now. I have played one card. I did not pass turn. And you see he's still going. Bingo. Problem with Yugioh. All right. Now I got to play my card. I got to play my alligator. I love my alligator. And I thought I was going to use my magic card. He stopped it. All right, cool. Stop my magic card. Got it. Didn't get to use it. That's part of Yu-Gi-Oh! They have trap cards where you can't use your stuff, and they have monster effects where you can't use it either. So understand. All right, so I tribute his card, put my other monster on there. I attack, thinking that I'm going to pull his monster. I don't read the cards because I don't got a lot of time. I just got back into playing it. He blocked my card. I can't use it. Part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Got it. I'm okay with it. Now I attack him with one of my big monsters. He takes 300 damage. Okay. Now I'm on Memphis 2. I end. His turn.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again, guys.
Now it's going to take
another
5 minutes.
The problem is this. I don't know if people go for the win. Like when we used to play, we would go for the win. We wouldn't go for all these chain summons and everything else. We wouldn't do all this stuff. We didn't take this much time. But it just keeps going. And then at a certain point, you just don't want to play anymore. Right there. I was like, man, all right. Do I just give up? I have 2 cards in my hand right now. Do I give up or do I keep letting this go? And I don't want to give up only because I always, like I tell you, I always think I could win. There's always a chance for me to win. Always. So I was like, you know what? For the sake of doing this video and showing what's wrong with it, I'm going to let this go and keep going. Because I was already furious. I was like, all right, he keeps going and I can't even play. I was like, all right, 600 life points. He's 600 life points away from beating me. This is going to be very tough for me to pull anything off. I got my eagle, which my eagle is great.
Yeah.
I tributed summon his. I'm going to get my big beater monster out. After, it's my turn right now. But it's still his turn because he likes to do all this stuff on my turns. So he killed my monster. I'm like, all right, cool. We're tribute summoning still his turn.
Oh my gosh.
And still his turn. So yeah, he just stopped my eagle, which is fine. We get it. Now I have to attack one of his monsters. Like, I'm tired of this dude stopping me, so I'm going to stop his monster. I only have one thing, nothing in my hand. All right. Chances are very slim for me. But I wanted to, again, continue with this video. I do have a solution. It's going to be my next video. I'm going to try my hardest to get Jake to do one of these videos so I can show you the solution. I promise I have a solution that we're all, as a community, have to test this out. But I think it will work and bring it back. It's like it's not a commander style like Magic has. It's something along the realm of it would have to be our own format to play. But I think it'd be a fun format to bring in and to adjust some of this and stop a lot of this. Stop a lot of this back and forth and give younger people a chance to play and learn Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, so
now it's your turn.
It's my turn. So it's my turn right now. I draw a Mirror Force. It is crazy. Mirror Force is very powerful. Not a lot of people run it nowadays. I don't think. I haven't seen it forever. I'm old school, so I run Mirror Force. So Mirror Force, when he attacks me, all his attack monsters go to the graveyard. So he thinks he has the game won. This is the first time that this dude does not do all these summoning. Mirror Force, stop his attack. Destroy all his monsters.
Man, that's good. That's a good one.
So,
well, I think these are new players or
no, he's a experienced guy. He knows. I have nothing still. That's a hand trap card that I have to play as a monster. So he probably thinks that it's my Grado card. My Grados take the person's monster. That's what's so dangerous about my deck. All right, he probably thinks that. But again, we're going back to the summoning for an hour.
Summoning and
I think out of my whole time, I maybe played 2 minutes. He's played the rest of the time. Out of a 10-minute game, he's played about 8 minutes to my 2 minutes. Monster Reborn. This card saved me because I jack his monster. I'm allowed to take his monster, and I take a good monster out of there. One that stops all these effects.
That's a good card.
Take his monster. That's his own card. I took it from his graveyard. Try to play that card on me. No, not happening today, sir. Not today, Charlie. Stop him. So we're just gonna run through. Now I'm still at 600 points. 600 points before he beats me. He's at 4,500. I'm just going for it. So knock off 3,000. Now we're back in the game. Remember I told you, I always think I could win.
Yeah.
I always think I could win, guys. With my great old Kaiju deck, he gave up and quit. And that was it. So I did pull off the win.
All of that summoning and trap cards for nothing.
Yeah, 100%. All for nothing.
Nothing.
And that's one of the problems because I know he has to learn how to play it. But back when I was just got into Yu-Gi-Oh, it was Kaiba and Yu-Gi-Oh, or Yugi.
Yugi.
Yeah, Yugi. They had their deck, so it was very easy to get into because it was a very slow pace. This one is very fast paced, has a lot of rules, a lot of cards that you have to get into and learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, which makes it very, very difficult for the young generation to come into play. That's one main reason. The other main reason, it is very expensive to get a good Yu-Gi-Oh deck. With this Pokemon deck, it costs about $50 to get a decent deck, and I paid $70 for a Charizard EX deck, one of the top decks in Pokemon. $70 to get a whole complete deck, so it's very easy to get into. Yu-Gi-Oh, not easy to get into. It's very cheap to get into. Yu-Gi-Oh, on the other hand, is I keep looking down. You see me looking down, looking at the screen. I need to be looking at the camera. That's my fault. Yu-Gi-Oh is very expensive to get into. Magic is somewhat expensive to get into. It's about the same price. I don't think it's as expensive as Yu-Gi-Oh. It could be because some of the cards are up there. But Magic, it also lets you play your deck and you're allowed to have fun with Magic. I like Magic a lot. I like the Commander. I don't play Standard because Standard, I don't like the rotation aspect of the Standard. So I want to be able to play what I get. I like to play Ninjas. And some of the Ninjas got phased out, so I played Expanded. But I still like Magic for that reason. We're looking at other possibilities you'll see on the channel. But until they get online, I really don't like playing them until we can go to the place, and then I'll show you the camera so we can see duels. But that's the second problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the cost to get into the game. The third one, I don't think there's really a third problem. I think it's the two major issues. It's just the time. You can't play any deck, right? You can't play any deck that you want to because you're going to get killed. I understand that you lost, like I said in the beginning of the video. You lost when you went up against Cosmo, Monarch, Magicians, Pendulum. Man, it's not Pepe. There was another one that I'm drawing a blank right now. It was like Pepe, but they stopped it. Performer Pals, those mixed. I forgot the name of it. It's been a while back. It was like 2016, 2017, probably a little later. Anyways, you still had a chance to play all these decks. You could still go in with your deck and play it. I ran Despots. I have videos on the channels, guys. Look at the videos. You'll see Despot. You'll see Fluffles. You'll see a bunch of decks that Jake used to run. DDs, Dino Mist. Dino Mist, I think it was called. You'll see all these decks where you get to run in there and play, and you actually got to sit there and play for a minute before they killed you. But you still got to play your deck. And they did win sometimes. Sometimes Cosmos and other decks would brick, and you had a chance to win. So you still felt like you were playing against somebody, and you had fun. I had fun building rogue decks that didn't make any sense to go and try them out. I knew I wasn't going to win, but that was a fun part of it, and I love that so much. Now you can't build these, although I did build still my Great Kaiju, which is very underrated, and I love that deck so much because it could handle so many possibilities. Is it going to win a championship? No, but it will continue to let you play a game. All right, that's it for the video, guys. I wanted to make it short and say that we're coming back. We're going to do some Magic duels. We're going to do some Pokemon duels. We're going to do Yu-Gi-Oh duels. You're going to see my deck a lot with the Kaiju Grado. You'll see Nathan playing his Pokemon. I'll play some Pokemon because get back into it. I'm going to try to get Jake and Josh back, the original 3 for Team Olympus. I guess Nathan will be a new Team Olympus member. We're going to go to some tournaments. But next video coming is going to be that video on how to fix Yu-Gi-Oh. I promise it will be out. I'm going to make Jake do it. If Jake doesn't do it, I'll figure something out. But watch the next video on how to fix Yu-Gi-Oh. We're gonna fix it as a community. We're gonna play as a community. It's gonna be our lone little commander thing until until Konami adopts it, and then hopefully it'll become a thing. And then I want to be part of Konami so that way I can make sure that was the game. I'm just kidding. I don't want to be part of Konami. It's gonna be crazy. All right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and until the next video, look out for the next video. It's gonna be great. How to fix Yu-Gi-Oh!